One of the most hardest part about movies is there are so many great scenes to be found. So many scenes that is truly your all-time favorite. It doesn't matter if it came from the beginning, middle, or end, or somewhere in between scenes from here and there. It's hard for me to say. But I will say that Nosferatu had so many great scenes here and there that I do enjoy the best. So I gotta go ahead and do a top 5 list for it. That's for sure. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop 1987. This is my review for today. And today I have no review, ladies and dudes. But it's that time once again for another top 5 list that nobody has never done before. And this top 5 list is going to be a very special one, that's for sure. I want to go ahead and do my top 5 most favorite scenes that I ever loved from Nosferatu. And like I said, Nosferatu deserves to be my next favorite movie. And one of the good horror films I do trust, even if it doesn't feature much blood and gore in it here and there. But I enjoyed the movie for what it is. Yep. After all, I love movies that feature great scenes here and there. Oh yeah, as I will let you know right now on Strike That, Reverse It. Of all the movies I did see from here and there so many years ago, and from animated films to live action films and all the genres I know, from action, drama, romance, comedy, whatever, I will say Nosferatu should deserve to be one of the best films that I ever watched that featured so many great one scenes from here and there. You gotta make sure you gotta keep the camera angle very darn still, and make sure you gotta have one good epic shot of the film that will blow your mind big time. I can't remember all the films that featured one shot only from a good movie. Well, the only one I ever know was the part with John Wick Chapter 3 Penn that featured one of the best underwater sequence ever in movie history that happened in one shot and one shot only. Something that did blow me away from start to finish. That's for sure. So, yeah, ladies and dudes, I want to go ahead and do a brand new top 5 list that nobody has never done before. And it does feature some good scenes for this movie. So, without further ado, ladies and dudes, here are my top 5 most favorite scenes that I have ever loved from this great film of the 2024 version of Nosferatu. So, here are my top 5 choices. So, here we go. Coming at number 5 has to go to a few moments here and there that feature Greta the cat. I feel bad for this cat. I just wish this cute little cat needs a little bit more screen time in the film. But sadly, there's only 4 scenes only. 4 great scenes that feature this sweet, lovable, honest cat. And you could say she is the main guide for Ellen. After all, this cute, sweet cat did the best that she could to take good care of her owner as soon as she can. Try to be the main guardian and all that stuff. So yeah, I do enjoy 4 scenes for this movie that feature this sweet and honest cat, and I'm very darn happy that that cat lived at the end of the film. One of the main survivors of the plague thing. I'm glad it didn't get affected by it. That's for sure. And yes, that cat did get along with that professor dude that was played by Mr. Green Goblin. So yeah, 4 great scenes that feature that sweet and honest cat, Legretta. It deserves to be at number 5. Coming at number 4 is some of the scenes here and there that feature this hench dude that belongs to Warlock. Knock or something like that. It's so hard to pronounce his name. The boss for Thomas. You gotta forgive me, ladies and dudes. I really do enjoy this character. I will say this guy is almost dared to be a great show stealer for this movie, and he did feature a couple of great show stealing moments here and there in this film that really did surprise me. The way that he's acting, and he has some good dialogues here and there are a couple of scenes here and there where he gone completely insane. I'm sure one of the most insane moments in the whole entire movie is where he did eat a pigeon's head, and he just ate it in his whole mouth. And yeah, there's some blood that's popping out of his mouth, and that's where he goes completely nuts. And yeah, he did something a crazy scene where he has to do some original thing here or there with his whole entire naked body. Something to do with the silly old contract thing and all that stuff. And also the part at the near end of the movie where he's at his boss's coffin. He's trying to get some rest for it. But at least the good part is, at least our heroes did kill the decoy. And they did it at the nick of time. Take care of that weirdo dude once and for all. So yeah, I really like some of the moments here and there that feature this weirdo character. That's the hench dude for the main villain of the movie. And I put that at the number 4 spot. Coming at number 3 is my most favorite detail moment in the whole entire movie. And yeah, it is one of the most saddest scenes in the whole entire movie, but there is one type of moment I really do enjoy for this great scene that did take place in the snow, and it featured in a graveyard. So coming at number 3 goes to the funeral scene. I freaking love the funeral scene so darn much. The part where the rich dude had truly lost his family. He lost his beautiful wife and his 2 little girls. That happened in one night and one night only, and he's completely heartbroken about it. And yeah, those coffins are kind of weird. They have the most weirdest design I have ever seen in movie history. Coffins that has a funny looking shape. It's kind of hard for me to explain about the details of the coffin that featured the rich dude's family. But my most favorite part about the funeral scene for me is the best detail ever in film history. If you pay attention to all those characters who did show up for the funeral scene, 4 characters did dress in black, but except for one character who did not dress in black. And that is the professor dude played by Mr. Green Goblin. As I already told you before, there is a movie question that has already been answered about the reason why that the professor dude did not dress in black for the funeral scene. All I can say is he's not a big fan of wearing black clothing at all. I think wearing black clothing in the funeral won't be his cup of tea. He's more of a khaki person. He likes to wear khaki clothes. Since I'm starting to become a big fan of wearing khaki clothes. Since I'm wearing khaki clothes right now, this is my night pants after all. So yeah, that's my most favorite detail moment in the whole entire movie. Something that did blow me away from start to finish. So yeah, the funeral scene deserves to be at number 3. Coming at number 2 has to most strike that, reverse it. This is going to be the most awkward moment ever in movie history. It's somewhere around close to the end of the film. And I want all of you to know that this guy deserves to be another big-lipped alligator master in film history. No, I'm serious. We got another big-lipped alligator master who can release so many big-lipped alligator moments here and there in film history. So coming at number 2 is Warlock had truly broken the fourth wall. No, I'm serious, ladies and dudes. There is a moment in the film where he did break the fourth wall. And that's the only time he ever broke a fourth wall in a film. I wonder if that director dude have ever thought about the idea of adding a villain in a film where he did break the fourth wall. It's one of the most strangest breaking the fourth wall moments I have ever seen in film history. I know that Deadpool is one of the greatest fourth wall breaking dudes of all time. That's for sure. But yeah, it is shocking. I guess Warlock was thinking, what are you looking at? Why you're looking at me this way? I'm trying to make love to my human woman here. And also, ladies and dudes, if you pay attention to some of the movie scenes here and there that feature Warlock, he does have a couple of big-lipped alligator moments that happen one time only. And you'll never see it, heard it, or mentioned about it ever again. Like, one big-lipped alligator moment, he did wear a hat in his head, but you'll never see that again. Or one time he did slap his right-hand man on the face, but that was the only time he ever done it to his right-hand man or his hench dude, whatever. You know, since he has a plan of finding a way to see Ellen for himself. And he did kill 2 innocent girls all in one bedroom. And yeah, you better check out some of the big-lipped alligator moments that he did in this film. That was pretty darn surprising to me. But I'll never forget the fourth wall breaking at close to the end of the film. That is so darn surprising to me. So yeah, the fourth wall breaking from Warlock deserves to be at number 2. And finally, my number 1 most favorite moment of all time, and thanks to that director dude, that Robert guy, he found a way to give Mr. Green Goblin the redemption arc that he deserves. Something that should have been explained more for Spider-Man No Way Home. And those 2 scenes really did blow me away for Mr. Green Goblin. So for number 1 are the 2 best scenes ever that featured that professor dude that was played by Mr. Green Goblin. I really love those 2 scenes very darn much. And it happened at the close near end point of the movie. There was one epic scene I love in this film where the professor dude did say a very beautiful dialogue moment for the main lead role of the film. And he called her the priestess of Isis. A lady who brought salvation to the world, and it's up to her to save the world from the wrath of that vampire dude and the plague thing. You know, something like what Norman Osborn will say, something about, you know, I'm some type of scientist myself. Yeah, in that first part, he was acting like Norman Osborn for that scene in the movie that really did touch my heart the most. And yeah, in the other scene in the movie that took place where our heroes have to go to Warlock's home and they gotta destroy his home once and for all and find his coffin that's around those in the area of the room or something like that. Yeah, there was a part where Mr. Green Goblin did become Mr. Green Goblin in that scene of the film where he decided to destroy the whole entire area once and for all, and he did say redemption. Just check out that scene for yourself and you'll know what I'm talking about. So the two great scenes that feature Mr. Green Goblin deserves to be my #1 most favorite moment of all from the 2024 version of Nosferatu. And those were my top 5 best choices that I ever loved from the 2024 version of Nosferatu. I hope you enjoyed this list. And join me next time for another top 5 list to come. I'm not sure what's it going to be anyway, but I'll tell you that very, very soon in the main future. So, I'll see you all later, and sayonara.